Hello friends and lovers, Amitabh Elliott here. I just want to make a video talking about Abraham and something I just watched and some suspicions I've had about Abraham from the get-go. However, I really like Abraham, so let me clarify that. This is not to bash Abraham at all. It's to hopefully clarify some misunderstandings that Abraham has. And everybody's going to say, well, yeah, but who are you? You know, Abraham is the source, is connected with the source of all intelligence and all creation. It's the multi-personal, multi-dimensional being that's given us so much great wisdom, and that's true. It is true. Abraham is awesome. But so am I. So are you. And that means that I am capable of delivering the truth to you just as much as Abraham is, just as much as you are. And I don't want you to just straight up believe this. This is to inspire you to consider something different. The video I just watched is called Forget Diet and Exercise. Now, I'm not sure that Esther Hicks decided on the name of that video. I can't remember who uploaded it, but I'm going to put a link to it right here. And I want you to watch that after this, and maybe come back and watch this again. And what I really want to talk about is, in that video, Esther Hicks Abraham says, there's someone that comes up and says, well, I've been having a difficult time with my health and losing weight, and I just keep having these stumbling blocks about losing weight. I just can't seem to do it. I can force my body down to a weight with exercise and deprivation. However, it's difficult emotionally, and I'm having a hard time doing it. It's not enjoyable. And that's very, very understandable. If you don't enjoy what you're doing, you're not going to do it very well. It's going to be hard. And so I do agree with much of what was said in that video. And I agree with much of what Abraham says, almost all, with what Abraham says in general. However, I believe that, just as in Conversations with God, well, it's filled with incredible wisdom, and I would recommend everybody read Conversations with God and Seth Speaks, because they're just phenomenal, and they'll really open up your mind to greater possibilities. However, as it says in Conversations with God, straight out from God, it says, this channel is a filter, and whatever is in the consciousness of the human, which would have been Neil Donald Walsh, is affecting the message and filtering the message. And I've done some channeling myself, and I know what's in my mind has affected it. I know for a fact. However, some things that were said were beyond my intelligence, my limited intelligence, this field of Amitabha. So, what I want to point out is what Esther Abraham says is basically, you don't have to worry about diet and exercise. In fact, forget about it altogether. Ignore it. And just focus on something that makes you feel good. You have this intention to lose weight and be healthy, and just focus on something that makes you happy. It doesn't even have to be food. It can be anything. It could be like driving down the parkway and it makes you happy. You focus on that. Or you're like babies or puppies. You focus on that. And get in this vibration of feeling good, and then magically it will happen. And while I would agree that this is very, very possible, manifestation on this level, it's not meeting people where they are. And it's not realistic, because, and it even says, no matter what you eat, feel good about it. If you feel happy about it, then this will manifest. And I find the truth is, if I'm eating Twinkies and Big Macs and French fries and ice cream and potato chips, burgers, Slurpees, soda pops, drinking coffee, that's not going to get me healthy, no matter what I think. I'm putting poison into this body. And I highly doubt anybody watching any of Abraham's videos is at the level of realization where they can drink cyanide and have it not poison them. However, I think that is possible. Apparently are these cities, these are Indian, they don't have to be Indian, but most of them are from India, because India is like the homeland of meditation. And when you get to a level of realization, things happen. I can do energy healing. It just happened. All of a sudden, my hands open up and I can do energy healing. It's crazy. Start to become a little more intuitive. Just happened. It's happening. You know what I mean? I can feel other people's energies happen, from meditation. So there are some great possibilities. But I'll tell you from my own experience, I've just been experiencing adrenal fatigue. And I'm solving it. I'm solving this problem. And is it possible that I could have done it just with a belief that, I don't have adrenal fatigue and I'm happy and everything's great? Is that possible? I think so. I think it is. However, is it responsible and likely to occur based on my level of realization right now? And the answer is no. The answer is I have to take action. I have to do responsible and intelligent things in order to get this body into alignment with health. And so do you. If you want to lose weight, just thinking about feeling good while you're eating a bag of potato chips is not going to allow you to lose weight. It's be honest and be smart about this. So I just want to encourage everybody to realize that there is a lot of New Age bullshit out there, and some of what Abraham says is bullshit. It's not complete bullshit. There's a level of truth to it. What Abraham is saying is essentially true, but it's not adding in the realistic element that virtually none of us are realized completely. Maybe we have had flashes and inspiring moments, and we've meditated and we've become more peaceful, and we're starting to be able to manifest things. It's easier. Synchronicities are occurring. However, nobody's doing it all the time, 100% of the time. So to blindly follow this is irrational. So we need to be intelligent. We need to say, there's wars happening in the world, and if I just ignore it, it's going to stop. And if I just feel happy, then the war is going to stop. No, that's just nonsense. And we need to take action. If it's just ridiculous. And I just want to re-clarify that I do believe in Abraham. Abraham makes me feel wonderful. I love listening to Abraham. However, when I hear things like this, that you would just ignore the problem and just feel happy, I know people that follow this train of thinking, and they're overweight, and they get sick. However, I don't get sick because I eat healthy. Now, sure, I just have had this adrenal problem, but this has been a long-term thing, and it's just come to a head, and I'm solving it through my actions and through my beliefs. I don't believe that I'm going to continue to have it. I believe it's going to change. I believe it's already changing, and it is. But it's happening through two ways, through belief and action. You have to take action, and this is the big problem with The Secret and with Abraham, is it leaves out action, and they just gloss over action. Action is, and I wish I knew the quote, and I'm gonna type it right here. I'm gonna look it up and type it from Conversations with God, and it says something like, "Action is God made manifest through you," and that's real truth. That means you have to act. We have to act. And we have to really, if we're not acting, it's not a real belief. we have to act as though it's real, and act in accordance with what we desire, and be happy at the same time. Be happy. It's great. It's great advice. I think you should be happy no matter where you are. Be accepting of yourself. Be accepting of your body. Be accepting of your mind state. And allow yourself to be loved by yourself. Sorry. My arm's getting tired. But if I just feel like... I've been holding this camera for 10 minutes now, and if I just pretend that I haven't been, then, strength isn't magically gonna, I need to rest it, So this is intelligence, and I believe you're intelligent, and I want to inspire people to be spiritual. Believe before you receive. Yes, believe it. Be happy about it. Then act towards it. Act as though it has already occurred. And by doing that, you're fulfilling the steps that even if it didn't manifest, you would create it yourself. That's being a creator. And interestingly, that was 11:11 when I just said that. So I just noticed on the thing. So be the creator you are, and don't sell your power to some new age belief that I can manifest things without doing. Yes, you can do that. But until you become fully realized, which virtually nobody on earth is, if anybody, it's not going to happen all the time. You might manifest things some of the time. You might be able to attract things into your life. But when it comes to your health and your financial stability and things like that, you can't just sit around and expect, the world to fall into your lap. You got to do things. You got to act, and that's loving yourself. Loving yourself isn't being delusional. That's not love at all. Loving yourself is accepting where you are. It's accepting where you want to be, and if you have desires, that's fine. But don't be so attached to desires that it pulls you out of harmony with the bliss of being. Meditate, become peaceful. If you have something you want to achieve, go for it. Believe that you can do it. Believe that it's already here. You just have to get into alignment with that, and that means you have to do what is necessary for it to occur. And you'll create that likelihood, that certainty that it will occur. And if it doesn't occur, that's where detachment comes in. That's where you realize, I don't need anything anyways. If you're not coming from the place of not needing anything, then that's not real. That's not the real answer. That's not the real spirituality. That's this phony new age keeping us all in desire so that they can control us through money and profit. So we really need to get to that place of desirelessness. And that's the other thing that Abraham doesn't talk about, is desirelessness. They're teaching desire like crazy. And that, my friends, is the biggest scam on earth. Because we need to become desireless to be truly happy. Desire is what gets in the way. Attachment to these desires. If you have a desire and it's just like a wish, it's like, yeah, that'd be cool. That's okay, But when it becomes, I need to lose weight. I need to get this car to be happy. I need to get this promotion. I need to perform well in this interview. That's my friend just going for an interview. Or I need to put weight on. Or I need to be in a relationship. Or I need to have a child to be happy. Or I need to score well on this test to be happy. All these things, these needs, are what keep us from being happy. And we can have happiness outside of the world. And that's what I really want to inspire, is everybody to get in touch with their nature through meditation, through transcending the world so that you can walk in it. You can be in the world, but not of it, like Christ says. And that means to be happy no matter what the circumstance. If you have desires, fine. Work towards them. Believe that they're here. But don't believe that they're here in such a way that it causes anxiety and stress and fear. It's not here. It's lack. Because it's just never going to work. And what we really need to do is ultimately be desireless, so that we can experience the joy of just looking and being and experiencing the wonderful, amazing life that is. I love you, and I hope this video has given you some insight. And if it's made you angry or perturbed in any way, I want you to consider that that you might possibly believe in Abraham, and that Abraham has become a doctrine and a dogma for you, and that I would consider giving that up. I would consider releasing all belief systems, all desires, and all beliefs that a certain way is right, that my way is right even, that your way is right, that Abraham's way is right, and realize that if there's resistance in any way, then that's a fear-based emotion and energy, and love is accepting of all. And if you're accepting of all, you'd be accepting of my message just as much as you're accepting of Abraham's message, just as much as you'd be accepting of your own message. And find the wisdom wherever you look. When you look in nature, there's wisdom. When you look at a tree, there's wisdom. When you look at a river, there's wisdom. It's being detached, going with the flow, being easygoing. When there's obstacles, you flow around them. You don't get hooked up on them. If you look at a tree, there's wisdom in a tree. Being rooted, being stable and firm in your nature. And the trees and the leaves blow with the wind. And so you can be easygoing and allow yourself to not be so rigid. And because if you become rigid, the stiff branches break off and they die. So there's wisdom everywhere. To be with the wind. Sometimes the wind blows strong, sometimes it's soft. So everything is changeable, everything is impermanent. So even the greatest storms will pass. And then sometimes, a lot of the time, most of the time, you experience these beautiful, lovely, soft breezes. And the temperature will always change. It won't always be cold. It won't always be hot. So there's wisdom in nature, and that's where we really need to look, is in nature and within our own nature, to that peace. When we stop our thoughts, when we slow down our thoughts, we experience this peace, this love within. And in that place, we don't need anything. So I hope you endeavor desirelessly to get in touch with your own nature, and to get in touch with nature, Mother Nature, and enjoy your life and be happy no matter what is presenting. And if there are things that are undesirable, that you don't prefer, move towards educating yourself about health, about happiness, and act in accordance with those new inspirations and wisdoms, and life will be good. I love you.